Halito, everybody. Welcome back. This is CT. Welcome back. Okay, listen, bear with me. I have a new lighting setup and I'm really trying to get my stuff together. We're talking about Married at First Sight. If you guys saw it last night, hopefully you can hear me. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Let me just do some little technical stuff here before we get started. Okay. Hopefully you all got the notification that we're about to start. All right, hopefully we're on and you guys can chat and everything. So how have you been? Did you guys watch Married at First Sight last night? All right, so it was an okay episode. It was all right. I think the thing is that they kind of like got me with those spoilers like maybe 6 episodes back. So I've been waiting for that to happen. But anyway, my name is CT of the NYC Indian. Today we're going to be talking about Married at First Sight. It's going to be coming to you from a mixed urban Native American perspective, a secular perspective, and we're going to dive right on in. So we start off with Chris and Nicole. So they're doing a yoga class with the baby goats, and those baby goats are so cute. I really have a thing for baby goats. They're just really, really cute little animals. I think they don't get the reputation of cute animals like they should. But anyway, why the hell they need to be involved in a yoga session, I don't know. I know that's a thing, but it's very strange to me. So anyway, Chris talks with Nicole's dad, and the dad is telling him basically like, some difficult times in her life, especially like after their divorce, and then when she was a teenager and she was living in different households, blah, blah, blah. And, I just thought to myself, like, why are you going into her being a difficult teenager? Like, to me, that was such irrelevant information. Like, certain things you don't need to share with the spouse. I know we're trying to dig deep here, but the girl's been an open book. She's, laid all her vulnerabilities out on the table. He has too, I guess. But I don't understand why some of these parents are coming in here kind of sabotaging these relationships. I mean, not sabotaging, but, that's just some things you just need to keep within the family. But so now it's time for Dr. Pepper to come by and to talk to everybody. And she starts off with childhood shame. So she's talking with Shaquille and Kirsten. So and they're holding hands. Okay. So it's been hot and cold with these two. More so on Kirsten's side. At times he seems a little bit like he's about to be checked out. Not really sure, but so she starts saying that because of her parents' divorce, that's the reason why she has been unable to open up. And I don't know, you guys. I'm not saying that she didn't go through what she went through, but it kind of felt like a little bit of an excuse to me. That was just me. I mean, maybe that is why she is the way she is, but I kind of wasn't buying it. So then, they're talking about the chemistry, and she was saying like how, now she kind of misses those forehead kisses because like that's all that they've been doing thus far in hand holding. But now all of a sudden she misses it. And I'm like, all right, girl, what is it? Do you want him to kiss you? Do you not want him to kiss you? I feel bad for Shaquille in this situation because I really do, even though I do still stick to my original thought about him having, some self-exploratory, things going on. I still feel that he is attracted to her. And I feel that his lack of what she perceives to be masculinity is affecting their relationship, right? Because she wants somebody that's a little bit more rough, a little bit more this, more that, but still has it together and still can, bring home the bacon and stuff like that. She's like that traditional Southern girl. So now we have Clint and Gina. So he FaceTimes his friend and gives his friend an update about how they're doing. But I mean, that conversation really didn't go anywhere because he, as usual, he feels like he wants her to open up and he doesn't know how to get her to open up. So now we have Eris and Jasmine. So with Dr. Pepper. So Jasmine is just like her whole approach to this when she's telling, because Dr. Pepper obviously knows that they've been struggling. it seems as though her approach is just to like, okay, I'm just going to try harder. I'm just going to try harder. And I just was like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, girl, it's okay. We won't blame you. You can definitely bow out at this point. And then she starts to reveal her self-esteem issues that she's had over the years, and it broke my heart because everybody knows I am team Jasmine, like all the way. I feel like she got a bad a bad pick. I don't know why they thought Eris was ready for marriage. There's nothing about Eris that, even if he got someone that he was physically attracted to, that makes me think that he would have been attracted to, or he would have been 100% ready, even if he got what he wanted, his little dime piece or whatever you want to call it. So I don't know. He starts going into his issues and things like that, and then he's feeling frustrated, because, he feels like he's trying, even though he tells Jasmine when they have conversations, because remember they had that month anniversary dinner, whatever you want to call it, and he was saying they were talking about their vows and stuff like that, and Jasmine asked him, well, have you been doing any of those things? And he says, no, I haven't. So to me, he acts like he's trying when he's in front of Dr. Pepper, when he knows he's really not trying. And then he starts going on, or she starts saying like, because of her self-esteem issues that she had, and she worked on herself, and now she finally gets what she wanted, which is a husband, and the man doesn't even like her, and can't wait at every turn to tell her how much he does not like her. Now, it's okay. I've said before, it's okay to say that maybe your chemistry is not quite where it should be, or where you would want it to be at this point. But I think it should not go any further than that. I don't think anybody should be telling anybody that they're not physically attracted to the other person. I think it's just rude. It's mean. And he's done that several times. And, while I'm okay with honesty in certain things, I feel like that's one thing you do not need to be honest about, right? So, just something you just don't need to say. She can kind of get the hint. So, Dr. Pepper says to Jasmine, like, well, have you considered that maybe it's not you, that it's more about him? And I'm like, bingo, please don't internalize this. Don't think that you're not, a good looking person or anything like that because of him. Sometimes, the chemistry is just not there and you don't find the right person. And, I did a video, if you guys check out my videos, I did a video a couple of days ago about Jasmine. Jasmine's got a new smile, honey. Have you guys seen that? Please check out that video. I have a picture of her, and she was spotted at, I think it was Universal Studios. I believe that was either this week or last week. And it was a recent picture. She was there with Nicole, and the person that took the picture asked, like, they put in the caption under the picture, like, or put some information under the picture, like, when she asked her, asked the ladies, like, where the other guys were, they said that they were off on some other rides, in another part of the park. So I don't know if that's true or not. I'm hoping she's single at this point. But yeah, Eris, he's a lost cause at this point. A lot of people come on here and have different issues. Everybody, could probably benefit from therapy, right? But some people really, really need it. And I'm feeling like Nicole may be somebody who needs a little bit more work before she gets into a marriage. Now, Chris could use a little, a couple sessions himself, but, I think Nicole, her body dysmorphia and stuff like that, I think she needs a little bit more time before entering, because it seems like a lot of the stuff from her past relationships are seeping in. So, she was feeling really bad and everything. So, hopefully Jasmine does not let this pull her down. So then Eris is talking about like his stuff and his family deaths, and he brings up about, his best friend no longer being with us, if you know what I mean. I can't say YouTube certain words they don't let you say. Deciding to, terminate his existence further here on this earth, and how that affected him. And he's saying like or Dr. Pepper saying, well, do you think that's a reason why you don't connect, in relationships? And he says, well, maybe it is, but I'm still not, we all got some childhood trauma. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people have childhood trauma and all kinds of problems. Like, do you blame everything in your relationship? No, you're just not attracted to her, and that's that, right? And he claims that he wants her to, Dr. Pepper says sorry, it was Dr. Pepper, that they just need to go in deeper and find more about each other. And I'm like, I don't know about that, Dr. Pepper. You all just made a bad match. You gave Jasmine somebody who was not, no matter what she looked like, she could have been looking like whatever. And Jasmine is beautiful, right? She's absolutely gorgeous. So and the thing is that, yes, it's understandable that you can physically not be attracted to someone, but the way that he's going about it, it's like he's just so completely checked out. He cannot convince his mind in any way to be attracted to her. So, like I said, she could bow right now and I wouldn't even blame her. So Chris and Nicole, she's talking about her different past relationships and like what happened with the ex-boyfriend that put the cigarette out on her and it was terrible and she lied to her mom. And okay, listen. I understand this is a very unique experiment and that you need to, kind of have like some uncomfortable conversations about stuff. But I do also feel as though that you already revealed that to him. And I feel like that conversation does not need to happen again and again, especially within such a short span of time, because it's just looking a little bit too much like, either you haven't completely dealt with it, and that's very possible, or you just want to kind of stay in this little cesspool of trauma. And I'm not down with that. Her and Chris, it's always these sad stories and these sad, come on, my God. Like when I was dating my husband, I've been through some terrible, terrible things. And, and I slowly revealed those things, but I wasn't on every date sitting here talking about, oh yeah, that time I was traumatized and that time this person, put their hands on me or so. I'm not doing all that. Come on. Where's the romance? Like, where's the, some of you guys are killing the spark too much. I just, that turns me off. But I'm not saying that that you shouldn't express your feelings. I'm glad that she's open and she's, putting things out on the table, but I think once is enough, especially with conversations like that. That's too much. Even if I was dating a woman, I wouldn't want to hear all that. That's too much. Don't be bringing all that stuff. Go work on yourself, then, get back out there into the dating scene. So, Jasmine and Eris. So they have like these different little activities that they have to do. So his question, is in reference to her childhood and, and security and forgiveness and stuff like that. And every question he asks her, she's like, I don't know. Well, I can't tell you. Well, I don't have the answer to that. Everything. And I was like, Jasmine, okay. Now we're seeing the check the fuck out version of Jasmine. And I'm very happy to hear that she has arrived, okay? Because you don't have to keep, pulling teeth out of this man to try and get him to be something that that he'll never be, because which is attracted to you. You can't do that, right? If he has it, he has it. He doesn't, he doesn't. Some people can grow. With him, it cannot grow. So just forget it. So now he's getting upset. He's like, well, I'm trying to go deeper and, you're not saying anything. Yeah, welcome to the party. All right. You wanted your grapes fed to you. You wanted your feet massaged. You wanted, what else did he want from her? She was catering to him like he was some kind of king. It looked like something from a Roman, the Roman era, like Constantinople or something like that. The way this guy is sitting around, in the beginning, just like all spread out, just waiting for, like, it was just disgusting. So, now that she's given so much of herself to him, now finally he's getting a little taste of that. And now he's like, oh, wait, hold on. She's not paying attention to me. See, some people are like that. When you start to back off, then they're like, oh, but wait, hold on. Wait a minute. You were so into me last week. Because remember, in his mind, she thinks he's a 12. I don't know what Roman numeral system he's working on. But anyway. So let's go on. So Gina and Clint. So Clint, again, is trying to pull teeth out of her to get to know more about her. She talks about her childhood and how, growing up with a single mom and, the divorce really affected her life. And, okay, once again, okay, she's uncomfortable with a lot of men opening up to them. And yeah, I can get that. But once again, this all comes down to attraction. While they have been able to at least somewhat heal from that, the whole weight issue and ginger and all that, Gingergate. But I still feel like there has not been enough of a turnaround. I feel like Clint is really, really trying with Gina. I think if Gina were to, I can say open up, but it is hard once, you have established in your brain that you're not attracted to a person. So, and you're upset with them. So it's like the chance of it growing is like zero to none. And I think that's where she's at. And I feel like it's going around in a circle. They're just trying, Clint is trying, and Gina is not. So, yeah, so, then Dr. Pepper tells them that they need to, to find each other's styles to be able to have love, and, because he's saying like he initiates conversations and she just doesn't give him any feedback. So she's like, you guys got to just like find, the style that works for you. And I mean, under normal circumstances, I would say, yeah, okay, that's true. But I think maybe the ship has sailed for Gina and Clint, right? Because the only person that seems to be having a good relationship out of Clint and Gina is that dog, all right? The dog is having a good time, and Clint really seems to genuinely love her dog, which is really interesting. So Chris and Nicole, it's their turn. So they start talking about what they feel shamed about. And yeah, oh yeah, so I guess I pretty much covered that, right? About the cigarette burns and stuff like that. But his response was, okay, after she tells him about the cigarette burn incident and how she lied to her mom, he responds with some party that he had when he was a teenager, that, there was some underage drinking or something like that. I was like, okay, Chris. I am not, all right. I mean, but okay. Because, I mean, like the real deep, there's some stuff you just take to your grave. And I guess he's like, you know what, maybe I got too much stuff to take to my grave. So we'll just stick to this old high school, story, which is some bullshit, if you ask me. But anyway, okay, after he tells her about the teen party, here comes Nicole, with her, listen, they say the word caping, right? She literally had on her cape for him. She comes in for the rescue once again in a very like reassuring way. Oh no, you're loved, and you're the right, those women didn't deserve you. You weren't with the right woman. Now you're with the right woman. I'm going to give you all this love and all this da da da. And she just it's like a cup that gets filled all the way up to the very top, right? And I mean, I don't know. I'm just not really sure. Like she just she gives so much of herself. I don't know if she's receiving back as well. I'm just not sure. But let's see. Hold on one second. Let me take a look here. I just want to make sure, because I haven't seen anything in the chat, and I want to make sure that you guys are. Oh goodness. Oh man, sorry. I didn't even have the chat enabled. I'm sorry. So if anybody tried to chat early, you guys go ahead and chat to me now. I should be able to see it. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, I'm really trying to do this whole new setup, trying to make myself a little bit more clear. But then I thought to myself, should I be trying to do all that? I'm getting older, honey. I don't want all these wrinkles and stuff like that showing. Girlfriend's still trying to keep it tight and right. You know what I mean? But I still got, all this HD resolution type stuff can make you look kind of grisly if you're watching it on the large screen. But I digress. So as Nicole is over there trying to validate and everything and reassure this man, next thing you know, you look over at him and he just looks disinterested. Like, because in his mind, he's probably like, oh my God, here she goes again, talking about this again and again, right? So, I don't know. She's definitely a little too insecure, I think. And he has a lot of issues too. I think he just doesn't verbalize them quite to the same, at the same frequency that she does, right? So, all right, now we go over to Eris. Now, Jasmine's mom is visiting at his request, apparently, okay? And he, feigns interest in Jasmine. Oh yeah, I know she's great and everything. She's wonderful, blah, blah, blah. We're still trying to get there. But he's acting like he's so interested in her, which I think was so dishonest. And her mom is like, I don't know if she's like blind to his antics, or maybe just Jasmine hasn't told enough. And maybe that's what it is, because Jasmine seems like she doesn't really say a lot. And Jasmine was mentioning that in her Jasmine was mentioning that what did she say? How did she put it? That because as she was growing up, she had more of an ideal childhood with her parents. Her parents were together. It was different from Eris's upbringing, where Eris was always longing for his father, who I believe passed away. And Jasmine is like, well, my parents didn't fight. So because they didn't fight around me, I never really learned how to properly maybe handle conflict or to speak up. So and her mom is telling Eris, like, you're gonna have to pull it out of her, because it's hard for her to express something, I guess, when she's feeling down or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what, he doesn't need to do anything, because this is a wrap. I don't think Jasmine needs to be going all into her childhood trauma and all this stuff, or whatever, or lack thereof, because it sounds like she had a good childhood, to be trying to make him feel whatever, because he's just not going to get there. He's just not going to get there. Now, over to Shaquille and Kirsten. So now we are finally at, the scene with Shaquille and Kirsten. So Shaquille, they decided to do some body painting, little experiment, and it seems like, she's into him this episode. I don't know. And she's standing on the table, and she's got on her little outfit, little crop top, whatever. And he starts rubbing the body paint on her, and she's like, yeah, get into it, yeah, yeah. And it's funny. It's like, oh, okay. And then, she's kind of excited because he helped her with a website or some kind of, or like a logo for her website or something like that. And she's really getting like, like her little light is coming on there. And I said, I'm looking at her body language. I'm listening to what she's saying. And then she's like, he's like, am I going to have to pay for it? Or somebody said something about having to pay for his services or something. She's like, you're going to get more than that. And I said, whoa. Okay. So it seemed a couple of episodes ago like she was almost ready to, consummate the marriage, but then it went cold because he wanted to get more information out of her. And then they went back to the same kind of stagnant place that they had been. But now she seems hot again. I said, oh, next thing you know, he finishes the little, using her as a canvas. He decides to go get a strawberry and some whipped cream. And then next thing you know, they're all, kissing each other and stuff like that. And I was like, and he was like, you sure? He puts the whipped cream in, and he goes, and he starts kissing her. Aww. And it just seems so awkward. And I was like, okay, I mean, good for them that they've been able to cross that threshold, but it was so awkward though. That's not how I imagine, a first kiss going. It was just weird, but I know at the same time he was really trying to balance between taking charge, which she likes, and what the advice that he's been given, as well as making sure that he has her consent. Because he kept saying, you sure? Because I don't want to hear anything later that, I came at you in a way, So it was a delicate balance, and I think that's kind of what made it really awkward. But I mean, hey, good for them. Bravo. It's better than nothing, I guess. So then, after that little kiss, and she, gets on his lap and gives him a little tease, and the next thing, they were off to bedtime. And apparently, we saw some of the previews for the upcoming episodes. So it looks like they got a little further than we thought that they were going to get, or at least what I thought, because she was so closed off to him, and I just felt like he was just so far away from being her type. But maybe it was just a few of his actions that maybe she had to get used to how he looked. She had to get used to his bald head. I mean, and listen, he's a nice looking guy. I mean, look at his teeth. He has got a beautiful smile. Nice, beautiful, natural, gorgeous smile. I'm like, why is she not really into him? But again, it's like I thought, well, he's just he speaks softly. He's got that accent. Which I'm sure she's used to because she's from Tennessee as well. But actually, he's originally from Mississippi, so he's got that extra country accent, and he speaks kind of softly. And I think just like his mannerisms and things like that probably made her feel like he's not manly. And just because the guy sews bow ties doesn't mean he's not manly. I mean, that's ridiculous. But I guess apparently she has finally gotten to a place where she's okay. I mean, I don't know. Oh, good afternoon, Susan. How are you? Listen, hey, Susan, let me ask you something. Were you on, because I started this live at 9:15. Were you on earlier and then you were just waiting for me to come? Were you trying to type in or, because I don't know. I'm still, like I said, I'm trying to figure out this system. Let me know if you were and you were typing in before and you couldn't see me or whatever, because I don't know. It's always good to have a live person on here. Everybody, this is Susan. She joins me for a lot of my lives. So thank you very much. And also, too, for you guys as well, I noticed quite a few of you guys the past couple of days subscribed. Let's say no was on phone. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, good. So, all right, good. So I guess everything is good. On the phone with your boss. Susan, girl, you're at work. That's okay if we're at work. Sometimes you need a little respite, right? So, thank you guys that have joined me, that have, new subscribers, as well as my people who've been hanging in there with me from the very beginning. I come out with these episodes. Right now, I'm doing Married at First Sight. I'm doing Love After Lockup, as well as 90 Day Fiance the other way, which is really getting good and absolutely insane. So, I'll let you guys know what days to join me in for those. Let's see what else. Oh, you work from home. Oh, okay. Oh, good for you. See, I wish I could work from home. I'd love a good work from home position. But then again, this is kind of like working from home a little bit, but this is fun working from home. What else was I going to say? So yeah, I mean, okay. The upcoming scenes for the next episode, and sometimes it'll be upcoming scenes and we think it's for next week, but it actually winds up being for 6 episodes down the road. So hopefully those scenes that we saw last night were for next week. And honey, it looks like it's finally going to get good. All right. Because Mac's going to be coming back. Oh, I got to hear about this. Now, I don't know exactly when Decision Day is. You thought last night was interesting. It was interesting. I mean, I want to see the whole McKinley and Dominique. This is like, we know this is going to get good because we didn't get any kind of like wife swap sort of thing since, was it Zach and Bao, right? But that literally happened kind of after the Decision Day had happened, right? So this time, this is before Decision Day. And I don't know when next week falls apart. Yes. Now, I don't know when they're going to do Decision Day. Do you guys know when Decision Day is? Because I haven't even looked it up. But it can't be that many more episodes before Decision Day. But are they going to do like the Mac and Dominique stuff like way before Decision Day or like one episode before Decision Day? I am dying. Literally, I'm not so antsy with this show, but this time, oh no, I've got to see what is going on. But in 4 weeks? Oh, really? Oh, okay, so good. We have a whole month. Oh, but then again, I don't know if I can wait that long. I hope they don't drag this out. I hope next week we get the I hope we get the Dominique, Mac, and Clint and Gina, little foursome, trisome, whatever. I hope we get that next week because I want to dig into that each and every week and see how that unfolds, how it progresses. Yeah. But Dr. Pepper, she's over there looking all skinny. She lost her weight. Was it Ozempic? Because I saw her on Reddit or something. They were saying she took Ozempic. Oh, you heard it in the commercial. Okay, good. Yeah, I got to look that up, Susan. Thank you. I'm going to look that up. But yeah, so we haven't seen Pastor Cal in a while. And who else? And what about those other experts that they brought on last season? Weren't they supposed to be on this season too? Weren't we supposed to have like that other doctor, like the young, what's her name? I can't even remember her name. I thought they were supposed to be bringing like guest therapists. I think these people need more intervention, especially during this particular season, because there were so many couples that weren't attracted to one another. And even Eris, who, as much as I get on him, he was really like, in a way, kind of like almost begging for help a couple of episodes ago. He wanted, to figure out what he can do to try and, remedy the situation or maybe try and get closer, but there was no one there. They were completely on their own. And in the earlier seasons, they had much more support. So it seems like now they're just kind of like, kicking them out the nest and making them fly. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But anyway, so today is today's Thursday. So I will see you guys on Saturday for Love After Lockup, and I will see you on Monday for 90 Day Fiance the other way. And that's it. I don't think I have any like, crafting stuff or anything. Well, but yeah, that's it. So thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I hope you can, you can see me clear a little bit more clearly now on this on your screens, whatever you're watching from your phone or whatever. And that's it. Stay safe. Take care. If you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. And I'll see you on Saturday. Che pizza lacho. All right, now I got to figure out how to like stop this damn thing.